in a blow to the fight against climate change, the Supreme Court on Thursday limited how the nation's main anti-air pollution law can be used to reduce carbon dioxide emissions from power plants. So this is a 6-3 vote. And the court said that the Clean Air Act does not give Environmental Protection Agency broad authority to regulate greenhouse gas emissions from power plants that control global warming. The Environmental Protection Agency, like you're more just like window dressing. You're just there. You just, it's cute, like nice try, but no. Why? Because corporations need somewhere to dump stuff. Air, water, land, wherever. The implications of the ruling could extend well beyond environmental policy and further signal that the court's newly expanded conservative majority is deeply skeptical of the power of the administrative agencies to address major issues facing the nation and the planet. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, it's totally, they're like, well, we should go about it a different way. No. They don't care. They don't want there to be oversight, whether that's corporate oversight, definitely not government oversight. This is all, again, Steve Bannon just put on another shirt over his 3 shirts and is like, yeah, today's gonna be a 4-shirt day, Steve. Like, he loves this because this is his dream of dismantling the administrative state, as he has been quoted a million times, is the goal of a Trump administration. While Trump is not in office, this is the lasting impact of his time there. Before I kick it to you, let's hear from Justice Kagan in her dissent, writing, the stakes here are high, yet the court today prevents congressionally authorized agency action to curb power plants' carbon dioxide emissions. The court appoints itself, instead of Congress or the expert agency, the decision maker on climate policy. I cannot think of many things more frightening. Respectfully, I dissent. No, you don't need respectfully, just leave that out.
No, if I were editing that, I'd just like line item cross that one out. Just I dissent without respect. I mean, whatever, they don't respect us. Why would we respect them? The thing about this, the EPA ruling was, this is another thing that we saw coming. But to me, especially when put up against the Dobbs ruling and some of the like sanctimonious language used by the far right in talking about protecting life, talking about protecting, babies or whatever. Protects life, not living in a polluted hellhole. Like, there is no group in the population that is more subject to harm from environmental pollutants than, quote unquote, the unborn. Pregnant people, pregnant women are very easily sickened and harmed by environmental toxins. So the types of things that the EPA is supposed to regulate actually serve to protect the unborn. This only serves to drive home the point to me that conservatives don't even care about the unborn. They don't care about the unborn. Let's not even give them that. If they cared about the unborn, they'd care about the environment in which the unborn were becoming the born. And they don't. They care about forcing birth, and they care about an agenda that is a white Christian nationalist state agenda, which is a whole other conversation. And I feel like I need a tinfoil hat for that one. But
no, you don't. I mean, maybe anymore. 10 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 20 years ago, I always say this, the anecdote of like, when I was marching on the streets against the Iraq War, we'd be like, no Bush, no KKK, no fascist USA. And like back then I was like, okay, but like KKK, fascist, like they're not really relevant. Bush, yeah. And now I'm like, oh yeah, no, that chant is good. That's a good, solid chant.
Right. You were right. You were right. The chant was fine. It's fine. It'd be fine today too. Yeah, this EPA thing is really upsetting. Also, in the opinion, which I think Roberts wrote, he's so like dismissive of pollution and global warming. I think he called it the cause of the day or something like that. And it's just like, sir, for somebody who's as vain about their legacy as he is, reportedly, this is a really bad call, because this is going to be something that people always remember him for, in addition to, Citizens United, Dobbs, other terrible decisions that happened under the Roberts court. It's a bad move. It's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt the precious unborn that the right loves to hold up as these like people that we must protect at all costs. It's going to hurt families. It's going to hurt mothers. It's going to hurt all of us.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.